All right, are you ready to sync? 3, 2, 1. Well, that'll do it for Bowling for Soup. Actually, Harrison, why don't you ask me, since it's going to be me presenting the album. Well, I'll talk about what we've got on the docket in a second, but first, we're going to do our request lottery. So, for the Heart of Memory, the request lottery is a new segment that we've introduced where we're going to roll a die, or a pair of dice, at the end of each episode. And God, this concept is surprisingly difficult to explain, actually. So, to refresh, that's right. So in our show notes, you'll find a link to our publicly facing Google spreadsheet with 100 slots for requests that have been entered by our patrons and friends. If you want to get a request in, you can visit us on Patreon and donate at the $5 a month level or above, or just be our friends, I guess. I don't know. That's right. So if you make a request without paying, we'll put it on the free page, and maybe you'll come up. For right now, I'm going to pick my red D100. It's in my hand if you're watching the video. And if it comes up with one of the numbers of our pre-existing requests, then that's what we'll cover on our next episode. Let's have a roll. I have rolled the number 44. Checking out the old spreadsheet here. 44 is not a request. So it's going to be a regularly scheduled episode, which is Billy Joel and his 1983 album, An Innocent Man. So I was looking at our schedule so far, the episodes we've done so far. Hang on. So I was looking at the episodes we've done so far, and I noticed that we hadn't covered anybody from the 50s or 70s or 80s. So I figured, let's do an album that came out in the 80s by an artist primarily known for his work in the 70s that harkens back to music of the 50s, and we'll kill three birds with one stone. Oh yeah, absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing bad will come of this, of course. So that'll do it for this week. Yeah, I know a lot about Billy Joel. That'll do it for this week. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. We'd like to thank our good friend Ben Wright-Human for providing promotional art for us. You can find more of his work at bwhcomics.com if you'd like. Ben also supports us on Patreon, along with Vita Poribil, Chase DeMonte, and Adam Herchak. We are extremely grateful for all their support, especially this early in our lifespan here. Dear listeners, if you would like to join them in supporting us, you can visit patreon.com/playdiscpodcast to make a monthly contribution. It's completely optional, but if you do donate, we'll read your name at the end of each episode, and we'll give you access to benefits like an entry into our request lottery. You could have your voice heard chanting, "Play Disc!" as the opening to our theme song. Two, actually. Vita is in it, and Chase recorded his, so that should show up in this week's episode. And our newest benefit is a library of bonus episodes where Harrison and I will talk about movies about music. such as Pitch Perfect or Outkast's movie Idlewild. If you want to contact us, if you have any questions or concerns, or if you think we got something wrong, you can email us at playdiscpodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook under the name Playdisc Podcast, and on Twitter at Playdisc Podcast. I hope you join us in 2 weeks for our discussion about Billy Joel and Innocent Man, but until then, catch you on the B-side. What, the delay? I feel like I'm doing the same amount of delay every time. I don't know. I felt like you got it that time. I don't know. I think we're getting there. Stop. Okay. Whew. I think we will. I think that's staying in. Okay. Yeah. That seems about right. This is, yes. Okay. We'll do Billy Joel. The one after Billy Joel was to be Atmosphere. Yeah, I think it was more of a, okay, we need something totally different. All right. You ready to go on this one? Oh wait, shit, I never stopped the video again.